Whoa. Hello. This is technically recording number three. Technically. Yeah. This is recording number three of Making the Head. Um, Sorry, I'm getting myself confused here. Yeah, this is recording number three. I explained it a bit. Uh, should I? Is this like two in? Damn, I'm already getting distracted. Yeah. Recording number three. The reason for that is because I did record some footage on Tuesday, but sadly, due to a power outage caused by a tree falling down, my footage was lost because I guess as long as I don't, why is this, what? Oh, it's because of the, yeah. I want to flip it, I guess. Um, Yeah, because I didn't stop the recording, obviously, uh, the recording wasn't saved, so I lost a bit of footage. But all is good because, I guess maybe it's not the best that I'm gonna work on this some more today because then I'll have more to talk about in terms of stuff that I've done off stream. But, you know, I have to not worry about that because if I do, and I won't get any work done, I think. So yeah, anyway, I did make a little list here on the right side uh, to talk about. I'll talk about this on stream, but I'll also mention it here because why not? Um, this is what happened. Oh wait, yeah, what I did on the 23rd, but the power went out and I lost footage. I worked on the head, obviously. As you can see here, I worked on the neck a bit, and the back of the head. I also did modify the scalp a bit. I think the side view might need some work. The front view looks a lot better, I think. Um, just looking at it now, coming back to it after not working on it yesterday. Um, so yeah, the scalp was made a bit modified, because I also changed the way the shape of the head is going. So instead of, I think it was going like inward. I looked at some heads, especially I haven't actually opened it up yet, but I looked at some like Wuwa heads and some other heads from characters that I have, and it seems to go out first before coming back in. And as for the side view, it just goes in. But I do need to like, speaking of going in, I need to like smooth this out a bit more. There we go. That's better. So yeah, that was modified, and because of that, I also modified the shape of the sort of scalp head, which still needs some modification. But I feel like a lot of that modification can't be done unless I get the shape of the back of the head done. Once this is done, then I'll be fine. Well, technically it is done now. Um, Technically. Oh, oops. But yeah, try not to hit that the bottom. What did I just do? Oh, I saved. Okay. I also followed the way Wuwa does it, which I don't know how this will look. Maybe it'll look different once I play around with the normals, which I have to wait until I UV unwrap before I can even do. But they do this here. They add this sharpness to the neck, and they also sort of close it off. It sort of allows the jawline to be more defined, as you can kind of see. It does look a bit more defined. And now I'm making the neck, which I'm trying to figure out how to do the topology because at the moment, okay, this one's going that way, but it's this one here that is kind of a problem. I guess the issue is I'm trying to avoid. Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter. I was gonna say I was trying to avoid areas with what is that? Five, five edges, five pull. Is that the word for it? And I could probably fix this, but then this vertex right here would have to be a five pull for that to be the case. Or actually, no, that can't go down. This would have to be quite long. Or maybe it's fine. Something like that. Would that be too far? Sorry. But yeah, there's bound to be some experimenting uh, with topologies as the face is slightly different to the usual stuff that I usually do. Um, I was gonna do something like this, what I drew here, but this also has five poles. One, two, three. Okay, no, that only has four poles. I feel like at some point there'll have to be five poles, though, right? Am I crazy? Hold on. I also let's not do this actually, because what I wanted to do was I also wanted to make a loop cut here and make the point sort of like ride up the head. Let me actually open up the Withering Waves model because I don't have it open right now. Oh, also we don't need this to be visible anymore. So yeah, like I said, like I feel like I always say this every time I do a recording. Um, I'll try not to say too much. I want to save everything I can say for the next stream. I don't want to run out of things to say on a bit. I don't know. I doubt a lot of people are going to see these compared to the streams. The streams I think are more accessible. Or I guess what I'm trying to say is that most of my following has been built on Twitch. So I doubt anyone's gonna go looking for my VODs just to see the recordings. But maybe, hey. Hey, you never know. Come on. But yeah. Um alright, I finally loaded up. Wait, did I? I don't care. I don't think I picked the right one. Hold on. I did not. Yeah, bad. Where is it? This one. What are they trying to look for again? Um. Oh yeah, I was trying to look at the topology for the head. Because yeah, for the Wuhan model, it does that. It has like a couple loops going into the neck like this. And so I guess I wanted to follow along. Be like Big Bro. Which is why I was thinking of adding a loop cut here, which we can do because it's not going into the neck. It's getting lost in the neck. What? It's not going down the neck. It's getting lost in the neck, which doesn't make a lot of sense. But you know what I mean. And then we could have another one. I don't know if maybe that's like overdoing it a bit. But the reason why I want another one, is because I want to connect it up here. The issue is okay. The issue is that there's only like one loop here. So that's a bit kind of like maybe I could space it out and maybe it'll like maybe look better. Kind of. Is that actually better? I don't think I've been using space at all while making the head because usually it doesn't give me the results I want. But for this, I think it's for the best. So yeah, and then we got something like this, which like I think that will go like that. And then this can connect to this one. And then this can come down. She also doesn't have her mirror modifier turned on. Oh yeah. Oh god, I was about to start talking about stuff. I need to stop. I guess it's like fine. As long as I guess like if I talk about something I should write it down so I don't forget it. Um when I do inevitably stream. I probably won't forget it. I was thinking about the eyes. Because I was like one of the things I forgot what I said on Monday on things I need to focus on. I know the eyes is one of them because her face kind of looks a bit uncanny. Or it doesn't look. I don't know what it is. Oh, I think it's the eyes. I think it's because the eyes are small. I could make the eyes big. Oh, that's what I was trying to do. I forgot. I was because what is it? I think it's funny because I was rewatching uh or I was looking at the time lapse, which comes out tomorrow, by the way, at 1. I kind of forgot. It comes out tomorrow at 1. And in the time lapse, I talk about how I really like the eye that I made because I like the look of it. And now I'm like, I'm not the biggest fan of the eye anymore. Also, what is going on here? I'm not the biggest fan of the eye anymore for some reason. Um, after or recently with trying to do this character. And I was trying to figure out what to do with the eye. The issue is you can't have it like flat like that because then from the side view it's not visible. So you do have to like rotate it a little bit. And I think I was trying to rotate it to show what I meant. You do have to rotate it a bit. The issue with that is that obviously it changes like the frontward shape. And so you have to like adjust the way you do the texturing. Um, what is it? The Withering Wave eyes are slightly rotated to the side, but they're also kind of like is it? It's not concave. I guess it's convex. Maybe is the word. They're kind of like this, kind of domed by dragging out the center. But I think last time I haven't actually looked at it anymore, which I need to do. Maybe we'll do it on I would say on stream, on recording. I'm allowing myself time to like slack off and experiment when it comes to these recordings. On When I do my live streams, I kind of just want to like focus on doing stuff, being productive. But on these recordings, I'll allow myself to mess around a bit and fuck about a little bit, waste time, perchance. Um, but yeah, what was I saying? But yeah, for the Enfield ones, they actually do cave in, I think, instead of caving out like the Withering Wave ones. They actually cave in a little bit, which gives room to add like little details, which I like adding little details. I like adding meshes. I don't want to do all the coloring on just the eye. I also want to like add meshes and stuff to help give the eye its shape, I guess. Um, and that is a lot harder to do. Maybe this is what I wanted. 'Cause then I could just do that. But then it does also leave like this entire spot here, like super empty. I could like bring this up. Like it doesn't have to be 100% uh to the letter like this. I could mess around a bit. Oh, but before we do that, actually, let me make a duplicate of this. Because I actually do want it to... It doesn't have to remain straight like this. It could be turned a bit like that. And if anything, I might bring this down a bit because it's kind of choking the neck there. I'm gonna bring it down to like where I think the start of like her collarbone would be. Or chance. What was I saying? So yeah, I need to look at that. We might look at that in a second. Look at some Enfield models. I think I only have like one Enfield model. I need to download more. TBH. For research purposes. I did mention this on Wednesday, and I'll probably mention it again on during the stream, the next stream happening. Um oh shoot. I have like a hangnail that is like really annoying. I don't know if you guys have like I hate having hangnails. Because every time I have a hangnail, maybe that's the reason why I have hangnails though. I always end up like rubbing against it by accident, and then I feel it, and I'm like, damn, this is annoying. And I just want to like pull on it, but then it hurts if you pull on it. So hold on, I might have to like, okay. Getting distracted much? LOL. I don't know. I don't know the shape of her neck yet, so I'm not gonna like worry too much about relaxing things, even though I just did that. Um, but yeah, with these extra points, I use them to smooth out the neck here. Give her neck a bit of a bend. Is this fire or what? And then what? This would connect down here. Yeah. That's a general idea. Obviously, I could add more loop cuts. I just wanted to make this like a basic. I mean, it's not perfect, obviously, but what is it? I need to like sort out the shape of her neck when I do the body shenanigans. Um, but I just wanted like somewhat of a base for the neck so I could make the scalp. So now that that is made, I can go ahead and focus on the scalp. I could even add an extra point here. The scalp might be modified. The sort of head might be modified as well. I feel like it's bound to happen. But for now, we'll use what we have. How does the back of the head look? It comes out before it starts to come back in. This drawing that I made is wrong. I immediately like brought it up, and that's not how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to go out a bit before it starts to come out. Which also means I probably need to modify this, but I'll do that. I'll do that another time. Yeah, I need to write. I do have this notepad out here for a reason. I think I did. I think I. What am I saying? I think I've done like a good job at this stuff. The mouth actually came out pretty decent. The chin I'm trying out. The nose, I decided against sort of realistic, and I'm going more anime-esque. The eyes, the sort of like eyebrowness of it is leaning more on the realistic side, but at the end of the day, it's still followed up by like anime-esque type eyebrows and eyelashes and stuff. I don't know how this is gonna look. At the moment, I think maybe, hopefully, it's just the eye that's making me feel as if like the face looks a bit odd, and it's not the fact that uh something else entirely. Maybe just it might just be the proportions of the face. I don't know. Anyway, what am I doing? What did I say? The front view looks all right. Like maybe it caves in a little bit too much on this side. The side view though, it looks weird. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just topology that makes it look weird. Maybe it is better to just like squish this down so it looks like this side and then smooth it out with like a sculpt brush. Bruh. Allow it to follow the topology of the actual head a lot more. Maybe that will make it look better. I don't know. That definitely doesn't follow though. It's easy to do the front and side view, but once you get into like this sort of other views, that's when the things sort of start to fall apart. Mm-mm-mm. You think I could set flow? Does that actually work? Hmm. Kind of. It's not perfect, but in some instances it is good, decent. Set flow is like an add-on, I think. I remember seeing people use it a long time ago, and I kind of forgot about it until I guess I started this character, and so I downloaded it. I don't know exactly how I feel about it yet. I don't know exactly what it means by set flow, if I'm being honest. So I'm just trying it out. But yeah, in terms of things that we're probably going to talk about tomorrow, because today is Thursday. Um, Theme Summer Sale is going on right now. It started, I forgot when, probably at 11. I feel like it usually starts at 11, at least in my time. Um, I think. I wasn't actually paying attention when it started. It was only before I started this recording that I was like, "Oh yeah, the Steam Summer Sale. Let me check it out." There's some exciting stuff that I guess I'll save until tomorrow to talk about some more. But what is it? What was I gonna say? But yeah, good discounts so far from what I've seen. I'm looking at my like wish listed games as well to see if there's like anything worth picking up, you know. Oh, whoops. But yeah, I wonder actually, let me check real quick. Do I still have Steam open still? Oh no, I closed out of it. Ah, never mind then. I was gonna say I wanted to see because like I said before, Steam added like a calendar feature where you could see the games coming out uh this week. I like that feature. I think it's really cool and it probably does help a lot to get certain games seen since a lot of the time I feel like um I don't realize games are even coming out sometimes. There's too many games on Steam. It's hard to find the good ones, I guess, that are coming out. But yeah, like I said, we'll talk more about this tomorrow. So far, I feel like I considered getting this game just because of how insane the discount was. But Rain World is like $3 or something. It's an insane discount, super super low, and I think I've heard good reviews from it. So it is like a good game. So I might pick it up in the future. But yeah, I still feel like it doesn't go in enough. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what exact shape I'm looking for, but it doesn't follow the shape. It doesn't follow the shape of the head. I needed to like that's too much, you know? Maybe something like that. Hmm. Let me consult the uh the withing wave head. It's hard to gauge. I think maybe I should flatten it out. The thing is, hmm. All right, let's make a duplicate of the scalp. So let's call this scalp new. I think the old scalp, I'm probably not gonna go with. What did the old scalp look like? Yeah. No, I'm good. So let's make a duplicate of the scalp just so that I could make amendments to it and not have to worry too much about how I feel about it. The issue is it also requires me to change the shape of the head, which I guess I could make a duplicate of the head again. But I feel like it's going back too soon. And it's not letting the scalp do what it does best, and that is make the head go back. But yeah, honestly, I don't know. What was I gonna say? I'm struggling. I guess once again to be productive recently. Um, Now with the Unity time lapse done, that's like the last video or I guess, the video, the last video I needed to sort of look at, edit, whatever you want to call it. Um, I still might be, I still can probably make some like videos advertising it like I did with the first time lapse, which I probably should do just so that I have something to post. Um, I don't know. I think it's hard to be a content creator when you're doing this sort of thing because a lot of the time you can't really post anything. There's not much to show off. There's not much to post a lot of the time. I'm kind of a bit stumped on what to do. I mean, I probably could have started working on this character sooner, today, but I also don't want to like, I don't know. Part of me is like, I should just work on this character only and just like finish her ASAP for a couple reasons. One of them is like, it might be a good way to sort of finally see how quickly I can make a model. Uh, oh, I didn't realize I wanted it to go that far down. Hold on. I don't know if I should trust my drawing all the way. It might not be the best guide, but I guess we'll trust it for now. But yeah, what was I saying? Um, yeah, part of me feels that I should just like buckle down and finish this model ASAP. I could sort of gauge how quickly I actually can make models if I gave it my all, my everything. But part of me also just like wants to work on other stuff and like prepare for future stuff, like animation stuff or anything really. Um, but I don't know where to begin. I guess I talked yesterday that I need to like refresh my sort of notes, my list of things that I can do in a day. And while I did kind of do that a bit, it's still like not perfect. Because a lot of the stuff that I have on there are kind of like get better at this, and it's like, okay, it's one thing to just say get better at this, but what exactly does that mean to get better at something? It's a bit, you know, I think I said this yesterday as well. I'm kind of bad when it comes to like more open-ended type of tasks. And so things like get better arch, get better model or whatever like that, better topology. Not that those are things that I've written down, but those are just examples. It's a bit hard to sort of gauge exactly what I even mean when I even say that. So I don't know. The whole not the modeling, the whole like editing thing was kind of nice because I kind of knew what to do. I would get on every day. I would do kind of like the same thing over and over again. But now that I'm done, I'm like, damn, I don't know what to do now. I need to do something in this with this time that I have now that those videos are done. And I can't really think of anything. I could work like I don't know what to do. I could work on another character. I said this I think on Friday. I need to go back and remake the face of the last character that I made, to be more in line with this person's face. Since if I go about using this face from now on, I want all my characters to have it. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm very bad because I was just thinking of like maybe I should plan ahead for like animations and stuff like that. But I'm really bad when it comes to conceptualizing those sort of stuff, like doing storyboards or like trying to nail down some sort of like even just like I was like I should think about something to animate. But then I'm like I don't know what exactly I even want to animate. Do I even want it? Like at some point I'm like I don't want to force myself to do it because then like if I force myself, I probably won't do it right, or I'll probably just like get burnt out. And that's the last thing you want, right? You don't want to get burnt out. Huge, huge wrench in your work if you get burnt out. Um, I don't know. So I kind of just was like, okay, what do I need to do? I need to do something. But I ended up not doing anything because I just like couldn't think of something to do. During that time, I probably could have just like, I don't know. Part of me is also like, maybe I should just like rest or like take a break. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't really, I don't know. It's a bit confusing, TBH. Oh, things might not line up here. Actually, I just realized, but because the scalp is a separate entity, it doesn't need to. Okay, hold on. I need to get rid of this hangnail. It's actually bothering me now. 1 second. Hopefully the power doesn't go out while I'm BRBing like it did the last time. Oh, let me save just in case. All right, BRB 1 second. Whoa, I'm back. Let me drink some water. Hold on. I mean, I don't know. Uh, Sometimes I find it hard to concentrate. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. Ow. I pulled too much on the hangnail. It kind of hurts. All right. How many points are we dealing with here? We're sending back one, two, three, four, five. So we need to fill that up. So what is it? One, two, three. It's too much to the side. But like I said, it doesn't have to be exact. Um, but this one's coming back. Which one should that connect to? Uh, Probably need to add an extra point somewhere. Well, oh, this one also technically goes back and down, but also to the side too. So we need six actually. I'd say this is the limit. What is that? That's only four, so we need a couple more loop cuts stuff around here. I do want him to sit though on the edges. Like I don't want to just like take this and space this out. And the reason I don't want to do that is because then there's like a little gap here. We could also do we could also leave it as is, and what we could do instead is okay, hold on, just so that I like remember what I even said. So those two are gonna connect, right? So instead what we can do is we could try to condense these four into two with uh some triangulation shenanigans. Should we do it here though? Or is that like a bad idea? I think you could have done it even sooner. But maybe it's better if we leave it like that. What am I doing? I don't know. But yeah, what was I saying? I forgot. Um, yeah, I don't know. Everything. I guess maybe the main issue. Shit, fine. Um, the main issue is that all of my like to do, everything on my to do list is like too conceptual. I can't. It's hard to lock in and concentrate on any of the things that I wrote down because they're too like. It's yeah, like I said, it's too like make this better. But like, okay, where do I begin to do that? Um, and so I think that's what's stumping me a bit. How many loop cuts is that? I think that's three. That's what's sort of messing me up in my concentration. Is that it's too open-ended. It's too conceptual and not. I can't think of anything specific, and it's messing up my concentration. But then, like, I don't know. I can't even like tell you what I even want to make sometimes. Even I get confused over what exactly I'm even doing or what exactly like I'm trying to do with these characters and by learning Blender at all. Um, oh wait, oops. Nice connect. Nice. Cause like, okay, I want to make characters. I want to write stories. Okay, where do I begin? I guess I need to write down like an actual storyline, right? Because I have story points in my head on how like big, I guess, certain moments in the story and how they should go. Okay, write them down. I haven't done that. I should do that. Um, but if I can't really animate that because it's it's kind of like when I try to make games in the past. It's so ambitious or it's so big. I want it to do so much that the actual like idea behind it or like the sort of time that you'll need to sink into it to even like be able to do what I'm even thinking about doing, which like I'm talking as if it's like this is like the best thing ever made or like this is going to be like amazing. I don't mean it like that. I just mean it like, you know, for one person, okay? For one person, it's mainly gonna it's mainly gonna consist of like this character and the other character that I mentioned that I worked on already. I have the characters technically. I don't have the setting, the story. Like, I'm not really a a writer. The story might be like super duper shallow or like super duper like uninteresting, and the only reason why I think it's interesting is because I wrote it. Um, or like I thought about it. So that's and I don't have any of the settings. I'm not even sure if like I'm happy with what I've thought about. TBH. There's a lot, and then it's yeah, like I said, it's super time consuming to go about and do that all on my own. So like, what do I do? Like, I feel like I need to like make smaller animations with the characters so that people can get sort of attached to them or like sort of understand what they are, and so that I can also understand the characters too. Because even though I made them, that doesn't mean that I like know exactly everything about the characters. Um, Probably a lot that I haven't really thought about or haven't really like. How do you make compelling characters? Characters that people actually like. I don't know. And then what are these animations that I'm talking about? Like in my head, I guess I don't know. I'm not very creative, funnily enough. uh, for trying to do this, I'm not very creative. Uh, did I say I wanted to do here? Oh yeah, I already slimmed it down though. Did I? Doesn't feel like I did. Oh, wait, what? Sorry, I'm a bit confused right now. All this room for just two loop cuts, that feels kind of bad. But yeah, because like my idea of like animations that I could make were like make a walk cycle or like make like I don't know, but I feel like that requires like a lot of skill to be able to. Like I only want two, right? Because I want then right? Yeah, that's the goal. Stuff to I guess sort of show off personality. But again, that stuff is like kind of hard to do. And I referenced who was it? Studio Wrong. Is Studio Wrong or Studio Wong? I forgot. I feel like I always say that every time I mention it. I like their character animations. It's like funny, but then they also like the characters are cool. Or maybe it's just because they look nice, and not because I actually care at all about the characters. I mean, as a 3D modeler standpoint, the characters are really well made, obviously. It's a good concept. I guess maybe that's what I'm missing. A good concept. Okay, this is like I haven't connected to the bottom yet, but I feel like I need to play around with the thickness of this. But yeah, I don't know. But I like streaming, and I I also like doing this recording stuff. It helps me, I guess, sort of vent uh my my thoughts. I think I do need to write down things a lot more, especially about the story, if I do actually want it to sort of come to life at some point. One idea that I had was that I could like, which I don't know how exactly how this would go about, but I was thinking of like making, in order to sort of maybe thin down the amount of like work that it would take to do all this as like a one person. The idea that I had was that I could make animations with these characters in some of the settings that I would use with a much bigger idea. And so I'll have to make the settings regardless because I'll need them for the animation, right? But then obviously they'll be used again, or maybe not like specifically the settings because maybe it's like not the best idea, but like maybe make assets and stuff, assets that will be used everywhere else. I could make for like sillier, smaller animations. I don't know why everything defaults to being silly though. I guess in my head I'm like, what do people want, or what do people like, or what do I like? I like funny things, and so my mind is just immediately make something funny. But the characters aren't like explicitly supposed to be funny or supposed to sort of be in a comedy. Nothing wrong with I guess like being having some funny moments every once in a while, but technically these characters aren't supposed to be comedic, but comedic all the time. So I don't know. Um, but I'm glad I was able to record it or at least talk about it. Maybe I don't even have to record this. I just need to like I don't know. Maybe I just need to talk more to myself. I don't have I don't know. But I appreciate thank you for listening. Even though I'm talking to myself. But yeah, I don't know. It all goes back to like what do I even want? What am I even trying to do here? What's the point of it all at the end of the day? And I don't know. I don't know if there's like a story I'm trying to tell or anything like that. Okay, I think the scalp shape. I need to like maybe I need to plan out the way my heads are coming out with the shape of the head because I'm not liking this shape at the moment. It's too flat on the head. But then how do I make it not flat? I don't know. All right, let's finish this. I guess we could use proportional editing to sort of edit the shape of the head afterwards. And this needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is definitely a lot more in the vertex count than my usual scalps that I make. Um, um, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really serious though, in all honesty. So I don't know why my characters always default to being kind of serious. Or not serious, but I don't know. I don't know exactly what you would call it. I don't know. Okay. I don't know how to make heads. At least like the dome piece. I don't know. I guess like people do look. I did look at like bald heads last time. I think in the last recording that, like I said, got corrupted. I looked at people's bald heads on Google, and they do look a bit weird. Sometimes they get really pointy at the top sometimes, and sort of come in rather sharply in the front view. I don't remember if there was anything in particular that I noticed from the side view. The front view looks fine, I think. At least from this front view. Maybe this front view. Uh oh yeah, and the deadlock head. The deadlock head looked really weird too. It was kind of flat on the top, and it came out quite a bit. This side view though. Maybe what this side view is telling me is that her head is like super wide or like it's super long this way. Because like I feel like the distance between the eye and the ear is quite drastic. Like I'm trying to measure the end of my ear all the way the end of my ear what? The end of my eye to the ear. I don't think it's that long. Definitely not this long. And then from the ear it immediately starts to go back. I think I'm spending too much time on this. I feel like this is too long, and I feel like this area here is too long as well. 'Cause then, like, how would I do the shape of the head if I were to make those changes? I'm not an artist, or I'm not a 2D artist at least. Okay, but have it go like no, 'cause it does need to like come in. Okay, let's start here. The neck. Just use her neck as a guide. Something like that, maybe. This is all based on vibes, not even anatomy. No anatomy thought was given in when making this head. It's all just vibes based. What I think looks good as a head. Um, Something like that maybe. I'm like doing the texturing thing where I'm like drawing in a little bit extra, and then I could go through with the erase brush and sort of delete and refine the overall shape of it. Hmm. I think that does look good, right? Am I crazy? So the scalp needs to come in a bit from the back, and the head needs to come in a lot. I need to start throwing away some of these early heads. I kind of want to look at them, but I might do that on stream as a fun little thing. Oh, I could keep them and make like a little video about it and be like the evolution of this character's head as it progressively gets maybe uglier or nicer to those who give a darn, those who give a damn. Okay, I did make a duplicate just in case. I think I need to. I'm liking the. I don't know about the shape yet because I haven't done enough. This needs to like come out a bit more, I think. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. Anyway, um, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I do wish I was like a 2D artist or like better at 2D because I feel like it's a lot easier to like make characters. Or maybe it'll probably make things a lot easier for the 3D stuff if I could just like draw the ideas that I had on paper instead of having to like do what I'm doing now. I guess technically the response would be then learn, but I don't know what it is. I find the idea of like trying to learn 2D art a bit boring. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I would hope that I'd be good like immediately. That's probably like not what's gonna happen because obviously it takes time to be good at something. Mm-mm-mm. Might be easier to pump out stuff if you became like a 2D artist. Just bumping out stuff, ideas, characters, and stuff. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit space, but actually, might be the good idea. Is this better? I need to get rid of the drawing so I could actually see how it looks like. Um, okay, hold on. Maybe we won't do the spacing. I don't know what happened. I feel like I was talking about a bunch of stuff and then I blanked out and I can't remember what I was even talking about. It'll probably come back to me, probably, maybe, but I don't know. But yeah, I guess I need to like think about what exactly I want to do. It took so long to get to this point where I feel like I'm slightly, obviously not like super duper amazing. Wow, look at me go. Kind of good when it comes to Blender, but I'm definitely like, I don't know. I feel like I'm at a spot where I could do something with my Blender skills, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And because I can, I should, right? Right, guys. Oh, there was a loop cut there. Oh, whoops. Or maybe it's still there. I just need to like snap it back. I don't know. Weird. Does it look high because topology isn't following 100%, or does it look high because there's something wrong with it? Is the real question. I don't think it's bad. Like maybe the top view is like maybe not the best. It needs to like be stretched out again like how it was before. But I don't think it's bad. It's not a bad shape. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly sometimes. Sometimes I even wonder why I even started all this in the first place. What was the point of it all? Because I kind of struggle with a bit of the sort of conceptualizing. I'm not very good at that sort of thing. And I feel like that's something that you really need to make like interesting characters and interesting sort of like uh interesting characters, interesting settings, interesting stories. I feel like you need to be able to think about concepts and stories and how to make a character good in order to make something that is good, you know? But yeah, uh, I don't know. I wish I knew, but at the moment I don't have a good answer. So I don't know. All right, I think that's fine. It's still, I feel like maybe this needs to come out a bit more. You know, like all this. Hmm. I don't know. What do I even want to say at this point? I think I'm all out of things to talk about. I'm too distracted by trying to do the scalp that I can't think of what I'm even trying to say. Heck, does that look fine? I feel like the head's too flat, like the dome. From the front view, it looks fine. From the side view, I guess it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I must remember that the scalp is just there so that I have something to lay the hair on top of, and in case for whatever reason I miss something up with the hair, you won't be able to stare into her head. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm expecting. Hold on. I want to do a couple things. Number one, I'm going to look up bald heads from the side. Uh, bald, bald, bald. What the fuck? I guess it is quite flat from the top. Okay, there. Okay, there's some people with some strange bald heads, but I guess it is this one. This is a pretty nice bald head from this side. But I guess like yeah, most of it is quite like flat. So maybe I'm fine. Did I just did I just perfect a bald head? I no, I didn't. But you know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to make a joke. Anyway, all right, let's fix the scalp to play along with it. But yeah, I like doing it though. I guess that's like the one thing that I have to remember about all this. At the end of the day, I enjoy making characters, and I enjoy. But does that make sense? Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah. Whoops. Sorry. I enjoy I enjoy making characters, and I enjoy 3D modeling, and I enjoy the final product pretty much. By the time I'm done with everything, all the worries and doubts are washed away because the model looks presentable. Obviously, there's a bit of a difference because those models had a reference that I could follow and this model does not, so it's all a bit more subjective than usual. I don't know. I enjoy it. There are some parts that I don't enjoy as much, obviously, but I think anyone who does 3D modeling has areas of of the 3D making process that they don't like. So I'm not alone on that aspect. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What what do I know? So yeah, even though Wait, why can't I select this? What's going on? Am I dumb? Oh, weird. I don't know what's going on here, but sure, fine. Sorry, I'm looking at the Enfield eye. That's the other thing I wanted to do. I wanted to look at bald heads, and I wanted to do the Enfield eye finally. How long have I been recording this? An hour and 20 minutes. I should stop every like an hour and a half. Although if I stop, there's no guarantee I'll come back, which is kind of the main issue. Weird. Anyway, uh, yeah, the eye. So the eye is compared to the Woo-Wah eye, which is kind of like what my eye kind of looks like now. Oh, oh, weird. Oh, okay. Sorry, I got confused there for a moment. Compared to the Woo-Wah eye that you guys can see, let me put it up on view. So the Woo-Wah eye, is a flat disc, but obviously they pull on the vertex in the middle so that it kind of makes a dome, and then it also goes back like this, an extrusion going backwards. The Enfield eye, I could make a duplicate of this so I could show you what the Enfield eye looks like. Oh wait. The Enfield eye, the side view is brought forward. How many loop cuts does it have? It has, well, it has quite a lot more loop cuts. The did I do the Withering Wave eye the same way correctly? Yeah, it only has one loop cut in the middle, and then the sort of outer loop cut, and then the loop cut that goes back. So that's fine. But the Enfield eye, the loop cuts actually follow the shape of the the eye shape, which is interesting. But they have, what is that? One, two, three, and then four, which is supposed to be, I guess, the outline part. So instead of it going back like this, it's actually up on front. Oops, wait, hold on. Medium point. Up out front, but slightly like back. And then this is supposed to be like the outline eye, or the part of the outline. Not entirely. There is some like modifications. Not every part is drawn on. Um, and then I'm trying to like understand what's going on. The only issue that I have with this, which I guess is just like me being bad, maybe, is that it makes it hard to sort of draw perfect circles because the eye is slightly rotated, or it should be slightly rotated. Um, but yeah, how many more loop cuts? So yeah, it has that loop cut, then it has one, two, and then the dot in the center. So that, and then it has one, two, and let me just, oh, I can't do that, can I? I was gonna say I was gonna select the loop cuts, but I can't do that. Can I do this though? Let me see. Also, hold on. Can I? Does that work? I think it did. For some reason, selecting, I think if you select too many, it stops working. It like starts messing up, I think, once you start selecting more. I don't know why. Let's do it by hand, but that's fine though. But yeah, I was thinking of using the Enfield sort of style of eyes, mostly because I like, one thing that I did like about the previous eye shape that I've done, and I think I mentioned this on Monday. I like how it's concaved, because then you could add little eye details within the concavity. Um, I feel like when it's kind of domed, like the Wuwa ones, it's kind of hard to add those details without them being a lot more visible. You kind of hide a lot of the detail when it's concaved in. But yeah, what should I do? I need to think about what I should do after I stop working on her, because I think the goal for the last video, the last recording that I did, was to like finish the scalp, which once I clean this up, and get it flowing the right way, it will be done. And then at that point, I could end it for today. But then I need to think about what I'm gonna do. I can't go back to what I was doing earlier today, where I was like too busy thinking about what I could even do and didn't end up actually doing anything. I guess let's take the time as we get closer to finishing this recording to actually think about that. Uh, is there anything like channel related that I need to worry about? Like, I don't know. I do need to make little advertisements for the Unity video, but I'm gonna like wait a second, I think. Because what is it? Tomorrow the time lapse comes out at like 1 o'clock Eastern, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, all right, it's rotated a little bit down. So I'm looking at the eyes some more. It's rotated a little bit down. It's rotated a little bit towards us, like that. Maybe a bit more. Yeah, a lot more. And then this like center point is dragged back. I don't know if it should have dragged it back first and then did all the rotating stuff, but which one's better, smooth? I think smooth is fine. Yeah, I think it looks good. Fantastic. Okay. And so let's hide that and bring this one in. And like I said, I want to make it bigger. That does look better. How hold on. How should it sit on the eye? A lot of the anime characters, I think both uh they have the bottom part of the eye visible. kind of. There's like very little under eye cover up, but the majority of the upper eye is usually covered up. That's how it is for this model from Enfield. This is, who is this again? This is Zhuang Fangyu. I even have her. I like I said, I don't. Sometimes I play gotcha games without my headphones on, and so I just don't hear the people's names pronunciation like at all. But yeah, I'm using her face, her character, and then obviously for the Wuwa models, I'm using Lucy from the new. I guess like in my head, I'm like using the recent characters is better because you would assume that they're better made, right? Since they're the new one. Question mark. But yeah, I'm using Lucy from the new Edge Runners collaboration, and I also have Rebecca. The Rebecca one, the thing, the similarity between Lucy and the Enfield model is that their eyes are like kind of half closed almost. Their eyes are kind of like they're not fully open. I guess they're kind of like resting. I guess, which maybe is what my characters are lacking. Their eyebrows maybe like aren't in a resting position. Um, Maybe they're a bit too open. But Rebecca's face and eyes, hers are a lot more open, and so the underside of the eye is like fully visible, and actually the upper side of the eye is like kind of fully visible. Oh wait, oops, I had a version of her eye in front of her face. That definitely doesn't help. Hold on. But yeah, only a little bit is like not shown. For the Enfield model, a little bit of a little bit of the underside of the eye is covered, while there's like the majority of like the eye, not the majority, but I'd say like about 1/3 of the eye is covered from the upper eyelid. The Envy model also has like an under eyelashes. Uh, Wiwa kind of has that. Rebecca has like a little bit. Lucy actually has like little lashes coming out from it. I might try doing something like that. That might actually be pretty cool. The way at least the way Rebecca's and Lucy, the way they do it is, from what I can see, they grab like a bit here and then they bevel it. So they have like a triangle, like what we have here. Which might not be the best idea. It's kind of like messing things up here. And obviously it makes it into an end gone. You have to like fix that. I think it's a part of the eye. I don't think it's like hovering over the eye. Like, yeah, if you remove it, you could see into the eye. So it's part of the eye. But what is it? I think the Enfield model is not part of the eye. Yeah, it's just like in front of it. I might do that instead, since I don't really have the topology to be able to do what Wing Waves is doing. Either way, it's like fully black, but it does add some like extra eye definition. I'll look into that actually. But anyway, so yeah, what I'm trying to say is, I don't know like at what height the eye is supposed to be. Um, what looks normal? Or like how big should I make the eye? Maybe I need to make the eye bigger. Oh, maybe bring it up. Maybe. Maybe we'll cook with that. I think we'll let that cook. And then from the side view, it actually doesn't look that bad either. Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah. Okay, let's do the final thing. Let's clean this up a little bit. Or not to clean it up perfectly, because we could fix that in the next stream tomorrow. Oh yeah, I was supposed to think about what to do after I was done with all this. Uh, I do need to get better in animating, but I find animation to be such a slog for myself personally. It's just I feel like maybe it might just be like getting into it, you know. Maybe that's what I'm struggling with is getting into animating. Once I get into it, maybe it won't be such a slog. It's just the process or the act of getting into it that I struggle with. Maybe. So yeah, I don't know. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I need to like make this look like it's coming in, you know. How do I do that though? I need to make it look like this, but obviously I can't really do that because it's already gone in. Well, maybe I need to like make this come out a bit more. Great, we're back to fucking editing this scalp again. Scalp can't catch a break. Hmm. Or I could just take a rest day. I don't know. Maybe trying to find like something to do every single day might lead to like some inevitable burnout or something. I don't know. I feel like I have to be productive though. I don't want to waste time. So I don't know. I don't know what the best course of action is. Okay, I think that is better. Not perfect, but it is better. But yeah, maybe I should just take a rest day. I don't know. Or while I take a rest day, I should think about what to do for tomorrow so that I could hit the ground running tomorrow and like make some stuff. I don't know exactly though. I say that, but then like what can I even work on? Is it the real question? What should I work on? I need to develop the world and the characters a bit more. Like I said, I think on Monday, and in general, I think I've been saying, this character hasn't really been thought through. Unlike the last character, which, like I said, has like a sheep sort of idea. The idea was revolved around sheeps and stuff. This character, however, didn't. Kind of was like the role was thought about first, and then sort of like what exactly they do in that role, what exactly they do in terms of defense was sort of thought about afterwards. Um, and so not much. There wasn't much thought given into exactly like what she is and what she does and how she does it. So that has to be thought of more. And I also need to think about like the world. I don't know why I'm like my mind is like I need to think about the world. I need to think about the world. I like I do like I don't know. I like games and stories where it feels like things were thought through, you know? You get what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like things are sort of like half-assed or like things came out of nowhere or were thought of like last second. I want it to feel like as if I've thought about this stuff uh beforehand. And I want to set up like a world that like uh I don't know, that kind of like makes sense. I don't really know what that means though. And I need the reason, and I guess another reason why I want to sort of think about this, because like the last character that I showed off her clothing. I haven't shown off her like face or anything like that, or her hair. I feel like it's missing some sort of like iconography, some sort of symbols to sort of depict what she is or what she does. I haven't really thought about any of that, mostly because like I said, the world's really like fleshed out. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. I feel like a main issue that I'm having. You know what is one app that I tried to use, which like might be a good idea. The issue, okay, there's a few issues with the app, but like it might like be pretty decent for like what I'm trying to do. There's I've talked about it maybe before, but like a long time ago maybe. There's an application called which Obsidian, which I've tried to use in the past. I think I downloaded it before I. Do I even wait? Do I have it downloaded? Why do I feel like I have it downloaded? I don't. Okay, I think I downloaded it before I wiped my C drive, or I like tried to use it again before I wiped my C drive. Basically, the cool thing about Obsidian is that you can make a graph, like a almost like a spider web looking graph, where you could connect ideas to each other. Um, and you could see how they're connected via like lines that connect to each other. And it's free, and all that. It's cool. The issue is that, or the main issue that I have with it is that you can't. Sorry, I was looking at the website. You can't. Am I blanking right now? Sorry, I'm like getting too distracted. Oh, is that fine? Oh, no, I think that is fine. You can't share. You can't do like what with Google Docs. What you could do with Google Docs, where you could share and like be able to access it from anywhere. That's like my main gripe with it. You can technically do it, but you do have to pay. It is like technically it's not that much. It's like $4. It says what is it? $4 for standard sync. Oh, but this is yearly billing. Wait, what? Per user per month billed annually. Per user, wait, what? One synced vault, 1 GB of storage, 5 MB of maximum file size, 1 month version history. Wait, what? What does 1 month version history mean? I don't know. Or you could pay $8 for 10 synced vaults. I don't know exactly what a vault is. I haven't used Obsidian enough to know exactly what that means. 10 GB of total storage, 200 MB maximum file size, and 12 months version history with an upgradable up to 100 GB of storage. That's if you pay yearly. Monthly, it's $5 or $10. So you get like $2 off, but you have to commit to a year. Easy and secure to sync your notes across devices. If you're not satisfied, get a refund within 7 days, no question asked. Well, that's actually pretty good. Oh, wait, what? Am I crazy? Or can you not like sign up, sync it up, request a refund? I guess they won't let you do that. Mm, okay, that might be a bit of a cheat. I don't know. I don't feel right. I wouldn't do that. I do that with like other stuff, like getting a free trial for like Crunchyroll or something, but I wouldn't do that for Obsidian. I don't think. Anyway, yeah, so that's like my only gripe with it, which I guess like makes sense because it I think they like they don't you pay basically for the servers that they use to sort of store this stuff. So like in that sense it kind of makes sense. And it's not that bad like I said. Comparatively, it's like pretty cheap. But cuz like I don't want to like do the thinking about this stuff like on my PC. I want to dedicate, bruh. Dedicate my PC time to focusing in uh on working on Blender or other stuff, you know. Usually this sort of like thinking stuff I would want to reserve for like when I'm about to go to bed or something. And so I'm like in bed, nothing to do. I could doom scroll, but I could also think about this sort of stuff. And so I guess like my idea before I found out that you needed to pay to sync was I would do it I would do it in bed and then I'd have my notes. I'd have all the notes visible uh on my computer, right? So I could do all the researching on it when I'm about to go to bed and then I'll have it all ready and easily accessible on my PC later on. But obviously that's not how it works. You have to sync it up. So that does throw a little bit of a spanner, a little bit of wrench in the system. But I don't know. Yeah, it is only $4. So it's not like the end of the world money wise. Could be a lot worse, especially if you're with the whole keeping all the stuff there. It could definitely be a lot worse. But yeah, I don't know. The head looks really nice actually. Am I crazy? The side view isn't actually that bad. Also, I think we're not done with the teeth yet. We needed the tongue. Okay, so next time, uh, what is it? We're doing the tongue. Oh wait, do I have a to-do list? Specialize in defense. Oh yeah, that's just info. Okay, we'll make a to-do list. To do tongue. What else? I did her eyes technically. I'm actually okay with her eyes, dude. The eyes are actually dope. Okay, so now that the scalp is done, we can start working on the hair actually, and then like body afterwards. Things are going well. Her nose is still like a bit off. I don't like how like defined this is. I might need to play around with the shape. Oh, you can't see it. I don't like how defined this is. I need it to sort of be kind of like thick and then like curve in and then curve out maybe. Like maybe I need to like push it in a bit more. I don't know. But again, maybe I think it's just like the normals that are causing the issue. I might need to test it out first though. Can I do it without unwrapping? Maybe with like a data transfer. I'll look into that. But I need to see how she looks like once with it looks kind of silly. I need to, yeah, what am I saying? I need to look at how she looks like with the normals, the normals applied. Uh, then and only then will I be able to like see whether or not this looks dumb. or whether or not this like is fine. But I think she's like all right. And I also need to fix the eyelashes. Let's do the let's that fix uh it's not eyelashes, it's eyebrows. Fix eyebrows. Like I said before, I just want to like remove all this and just maybe set it to one. Have this one. Kind of like what I already have going on. Maybe make another one down here. A little one. But yeah, just to like make her, or maybe I should add some like here as well, like make some little points. Maybe I'll think about that actually. Um, I want her eyebrows to be a bit hairy. I don't know why. Um, but yeah, I'll look into Obsidian. Maybe. Yeah. The only issue that I have with it is that you can't share it or you can't like access it from anywhere. If you could access it from anywhere, then I would think it'd be a 10 out of 10 app. But obviously, I guess technically you can. You just have to pay. It's not much to. Technically, what you could do is you could do a lot of work from one place, like I guess, like I said, on my phone or something, and then once you need the notes, because I don't feel like I don't think I'll need the notes until I start working on her clothing, so I could compile the notes up, and then once I really need the notes, I could pay for a month of sync it all over, and then once the month is over, I don't have to worry about it, right? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Oh God, what am I gonna do? Yeah, I might take a break today. I might not do anything just so that and just spend some time thinking. I might download Obsidian and try to figure that out. Cause yeah, I just need to write stuff down. I need to write down things about the world, like facts about the world, and like what I want it to be. Cause I also I think mentioned at some point that I might link these characters and the sort of story that I wanna make with them to the sort of world of the games that I was making like a super long time ago. I came up with like a few ideas. Um, or like yeah, I wanted yeah. Did I talk about this? I don't know. Maybe now is not the time to talk about it. But yeah, I try to make the games kind of like link together, not like actually like as in like a storyline linking the games together, but more like it's in the same world. And so, you know, there might be cameos. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah. Oh yeah, I also did talk about like potentially making some of the character the characters from those games. The ideas that I had, the concepts that I had, making them in 3D. Um Maybe. I could make concepts of the games in 3D even though I don't know if I'll be able to like actually make these games a reality. I could try again though. It's been a while. It's been a long time. And I think I lost most of the files ever since I did the C drive wipe. I don't know if I have any of them, but the ideas are still in my head. It's weird that I can remember those things, but not anything else. And a few of them I did actually write down in like a Google Doc somewhere. Maybe. Maybe I should get back into making games. Uh, the issue, I feel like one of the main issues, because I think I did mention this. We're about to end it, by the way. Sorry, not to sort of start rambling. God damn it! I talk so much. I meant not to talk so much. I need to start muting myself when I record these, and just like not do anything, or just like not say anything, and just listen to music while I work. Because I'm like I'm wasting. This is a valuable stream, talking points I could say. I don't know. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I did get like I wouldn't say I got really close to finishing one, but like the basics were basically there, right? I just had to like get the art and maybe make it a bit snappier and a bit like more clean it up a bit. And there was like maybe some balancing issues at some point. I was making it in Unity, I think. I was using a Unity scriptable objects. So I was able to make like because it was kind of like an auto battler. It was inspired by Super Auto Pets. I feel like I did mention this like maybe a long time ago. It was an auto battler. It's inspired by Super Battle Pets or Super Auto Pets or whatever it's the game's called. It's like a free game on Steam that I forgot why I even got into it. I don't know why. Um, but yeah, the art wasn't there. I tried to do the art, so I stopped working on the the coding. By the time I got back, even though like I didn't it didn't amount to anything, I didn't actually end up making like anything. Because I tried to do pixel art, and pixel art's kind of hard, even though it looks simple. It's looking kind of hard. But what is it? I came back and I was like, damn, I don't recognize what I was even working on before, or like what I'm even doing. Um, Sometimes I feel that way about the overlay, even though it's like there's not a lot going on with it. I just need to like organize it a bit more or something. Um, maybe I should spend all this time working on the overlay then. Maybe instead of working on a game, maybe I should fucking make the overlay look like actually decent and not just like random nonsense on the screen. Add some interactivity to it. Make it a game. Make a game out of it. Maybe that probably would be a better idea, honestly. But yeah, maybe I'll go back and try to like not make a game, but like I could I could I could try to like prototype it, maybe. There was one game that I really did want to make. I guess I wanted to make all of them. Sorry, what I was trying to say is I don't know if the game was actually going to be fun at the end of it. You get sort of sucked into the into what you're making that you don't actually like take a step back and think, "Wait, is this fun? Hold on, is this fun? Or do I only like it because I'm making it and because there's like kind of like a story involved with it and like I could think about like the story beats and like the main final boss or like a really heartfelt ending, but like leading up to it, is it even worth it to do all that if the gameplay is terrible? I don't know. um I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's things that I have to like think back on. That auto battler game though, I don't know if I would remake it again. I wrote so much about it too. Probably the game that like I said, it's probably the game I got closest to actually finishing, and I don't think the gameplay was actually fun. I might have to like reimagine it, maybe. Hmm. Maybe. Hmm. Interesting. Maybe not making an auto battler, and I could make it an auto battler, but maybe not in the style of Super Auto Pets. Maybe make it more in the style of like what was those auto battlers like from League of Legends or Dota? Be like one of those, or maybe something different. Just shake it up. Hmm. Hold on. Now you got me thinking about games. I've said this already, but a lot of the characters are sort of like their abilities and what they can do, and their sort of like roles are very loosely based on like anime or like games in general. When I think about this character that I'm making, I'm like, what's her role? Like I said already, she's supposed to be like the defense, the tank almost of a group that she's in. Um, and because of that, yeah, I think about her abilities. I think about what she can do in terms of like if she were in a game. That's one thing that I also thought about doing was like maybe I should like make fake deadlock characters and sort of pose them and sort of like go all out and try to like make them as if they were in deadlock or something like that. Not because I want them to be in deadlock, but just because I thought it'd be fun to sort of try to make something like that. I did actually think about that for the other character that I worked on. Like, what would their abilities be? Um, I don't know if I could come up with them though. I came up with like one. I don't know what the ultimate would be though. Oh, maybe. Oh, jeez. I thought I actually did think about some like decent abilities. I don't know. Or maybe like a gotcha game. Like, what kind of abilities would they have if they were in a gotcha game? Um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it. I don't know. I guess those are the things that I should work on for like content wise. There's so much I want to do now. I could work on a game. I could do this. I could do that, and then I end up not doing anything. they're all ideas at the end of the day. The main issue I think is that I come up with all these ideas, and then like when I actually sit down and try to execute them, I'm missing something. There's like a certain wow factor, a certain polish that I don't have when it comes to like showing off my characters in a cool way, or like making a really fluid and nice animation, or making a game. Because I like, even with the overlay, I'm like, what am I missing? Like, it looks plain, it looks basic, it looks what, like, I don't know. What makes, how do you polish this in a way that like looks nice? I don't even know. That's like the main issue. I don't know how to polish. Um, so then like when I go and make these, or try to make these games, or try to do these animation, or do these ideas, I end up like not being able to commit to them because I know they're not going to have the same sort of look, the same sort of polish that I envision in my head. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The things I talk about. What a fucking, this is so dumb. Anyway, um, anything else to say before we actually call it for today? I already stopped working on Blender. I've been playing with something in my hands. Let me stop playing with it. I don't think so. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Uh, with some more Blender, and then I'll play Oddspark, I think, or unless I get a game from the Steam summer sale. We'll think about games. I might make a post on my Discord like I did a while ago where I was like, "What games do you recommend I play on stream? I wanna hear from you, the viewer. What games would you like to see me play? Write them down, and I'll consider them. Especially since there is a sale going on right now. Probably now is the best time to pick up any and all games that might be interesting to play. But yeah. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. I need to, once the video comes out tomorrow, I'm gonna delete everything because my hard drive is so full. It's gotten so full because all these videos that are like super mega gigabyted up. Let me see what it's at right now. It only has 160 gigabytes free, and I'm pretty sure it was like not that full last time I checked on it. So yeah, once the video comes out, I'm gonna go through and delete everything. Should I delete everything? I don't know. I I was gonna say I'll look it up. But what I'm trying to say is like, is it good to have? Maybe I'll ask this question tomorrow. Is it good to keep like the video that is like fully compiled on my device in case like something happens, like my account gets banned? I don't know why that would happen. I don't know why I said that, but you know what I mean. Like in some way, because it's saved in on by Google, there is a small chance that like they'll delete it, or I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, should I trust that it's uploaded to Google and I could just download it whenever, or should I have a copy on my system just in case? I don't know. I'll ask that question on Friday and see what people think. Um, because what is it? I'm okay with like keeping the finished version with me, but all the footage that like I have saved in a folder, all that's got to go. It's too much. But then I guess the issue is that like if you delete it, then if you open up the DaVinci file that you used to make the video, it'll all just be like red because you deleted all the sources. But I guess you would delete that too, huh? Now that you have the full video, you technically don't need it anymore. It's kind of like a waste to just keep it there, so you would delete that as well. I don't know. Anyway, I'll ask this question tomorrow. So yeah, that is about it for today. Good progress. I think I'm happy. Like I said, next time we'll do the tongue. We'll fix up the eyebrow. And we'll start working on the hair. And then afterwards, the body. Yeah. We'll have to use the references. I'll mention this, I guess, when we get there on tomorrow. But they deal with the hair. All right. This is sort of bangs that I want for her. Very like short. Uh, I don't know, like semicircle is what you call that. I don't know. Bangs, maybe a little bit of hair coming up from the front. I want it in a ponytail, but unlike Rebby's ponytail that it like went down her back, I want it to sort of be kind of in like a bun ponytail like this. Kind of like I think the Graves Deadlock model, but she has two, but I want that but kind of like one instead. And then oh, this is actually kind of nice the way that like sort of comes back in. Um and then what else? I might also want her to have like the underside shaved. I don't know. Huh. Sorry. Um, so yeah, that's the idea. So we're taking the front from this reference, and then we're taking like the ponytail from like these two references. I don't know what is this reference even for. I think I called it a hair reference, but I guess it's like a side view of the hair, kind of. Um, I guess she looks pretty cool. I like the jacket. Yeah. Goggles. What is she even wearing? I don't even know. Anyway, yeah. So the front of this, the backs of like I guess these two, and then like maybe the underside of this one as well. That's like the idea. Um, we'll see though. I don't even know how to do this actually. How do you do this like sort of like buzzed up hair? Do you just draw it on, or do you make like a would I extrude out like a section here so there's like a bit of thickness? Would that be an extrusion? But then like I guess like how would you like paint this? I guess I'd have to look up like buzzed hair in anime and see how it looks like because otherwise I don't know how I'm going to do it. These are just concepts, like I said at the end of the day. But I think it's good to have like a front side and like maybe okay front and then I guess this would be the side when it goes down in front of the ear and then all the hair goes back. Yeah, yeah. All right. And then, like I said, this stuff will come on afterwards because I think I need to modify the face to do all this. I could also do it within like texturing, but the face geometry does have to change a bit to sort of match what I'm going for. And then obviously this uh, will go. I think I'll make that once we get to the clothing section. Sorry, but yeah, that is about it. Sorry again, rambling. I wasn't supposed to ramble. Okay, okay, whatever. Anyway, that's about it for today. I'll go figure what I'm gonna do now. Maybe I'll rest for the rest of the day and think and try to write things down and maybe download Obsidian and work on that. Or should I download it though? Should I download it on my main PC or should I download it on my phone? I feel like I should download on my phone because then like if I come up with an idea, I could just like jot it down real quick. And then I could just pull up my phone whenever I need to like check back on what I was writing. Wouldn't be too hard. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyway, yeah, that's about it for today. Thank you for watching this recording. Uh, check out my Twitch if somehow you managed to find this and not know that I stream on a VOD channel. Also, if you got this far, this is like 2 hours. So yeah, that's about it. See you guys. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. Bye. Bye.